Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group A. My friends Muhammad Azhari, student number DO320017. And I am Tasya Suryawan, student number DO320024. Syntax course, lecture Mr. Muhammad Yasin MPD. Okay, we will presentation about clause 1. Clause 1 consists of 6 parts. 1. Clause and sentence. 2. Main and subordinate clause. 3. Subordinate clause. 4. Complementary shares and subordinating conjunction. 5. Recognizing clause. 6. Final comment. And last summary. Clause and sentence. We have discussed dependency relation, heads and modifiers, constituent structure, the arrangements of words into phrases and phrases into clause, and contraction. Key technical terms such as clause and sentence have been used without any attempt at definitions, but it's now time to take up this task. It's also an appropriate point at which to discuss the central concept of main clause and subordinate clause, without them we cannot discuss in any insightful way the organization of clause into the sentence which make up effective written text. Jadi, kita telah membahas hubungan ketergantungan kepala dan pengubah struktur konstituen atau pengaturan kata menjadi frasa dan frasa menjadi klausa dan konstruksi. Istilah teknis utama seperti klausa dan kalimat telah digunakan tanpa usaha untuk mendefinisikannya. Tetapi sekarang saatnya untuk mengambil tugas ini. Ini juga merupakan titik yang tepat untuk membahas konsep sentral, klausa utama, dan klausa bawahan. Tanpa mereka, kita dapat membahas dengan cara apapun organisasi klausa ke dalam kalimat yang membentuk teks tertulis yang efektif. Nah, klausa. Clause, subject and verb. A sentence consists of one clause or more than one clause. Jadi, klausa terdiri dari subject and verb. Dan sentence itu lebih dari satu klausa. Ada klausa di dalamnya, satu atau lebih. Example, Andy plays football every weekends. Andy ini adalah subjek, plays ini adalah verb. Di sini terdiri dari one clause, satu klausa, dan ini disebut sebagai simple sentence atau kalimat sederhana. Example 2, Andy plays football and his brother plays basketball every weekends. Di sini terdiri dari more than one clause, lebih dari satu klausa. Di mana klausanya? Yaitu Andy plays and brother plays. Andy dan brother itu adalah subjek, plays itu adalah verb. Ini termasuk ke dalam compound sentence. And last, I know that you always watch our videos. Ini termasuk more than one clause, lebih dari satu klausa. I know and watch or. Ini juga termasuk ke complex sentence. Jadi, sentence itu memiliki clause atau sama dengan simple sentence, more than one clause itu termasuk compound sentence and complex sentence. Main and subordinate clause. Writers Whether novelists or people writing personal letters to family and friends put clause together into a sentence, and it's for this activity that main clause and the different types of subordinate clause are essential. Compound sentence consists of two or more clause joined by conjunction. Jadi, penulis, baik novel atau orang yang menulis surat pribadi kepada keluarga dan teman, menyusun klausa menjadi kalimat. Dan untuk kegiatan inilah, klausa utama dan berbagai jenis klausa bawahan sangat penting. Kalimat majemuk terdiri dari dua atau lebih klausa yang digabungkan dengan konjungsi. Example, Captain Benwick married Louisa Hayter and Captain Wentworth married Anne Elliot. Kapten Benwick menikahi Louisa Hayter dan Kapten Wentworth menikahi Anne Elliot. Jadi, yang dinamakan conjunction atau kalimat penghubungnya adalah dan. Example 2, Henry Craworth loved Fanny but Fanny loved Edmund. Henry Craworth mencintai Fanny tetapi Fanny mencintai Edmund. Nah, conjunctionnya di sini adalah but. And last, Mr. Bingley became tired of Jane, or Mr. Darcy pursued Mr. Bingley to go to London. Mr. Bingley menjadi bosan, Jane atau Mr. Darcy membujuk Mr. Bingley untuk pergi ke London. Di sini conjunctionnya adalah or. Subordinate clause. Complex sentence consists of a main clause and one word or more other clause subordinate to it. That is, one clause, the main clause, is preeminent in a complex sentence, and the other clause, the subordinate clause, are subject to certain limitation, as will be shown later. We begin by giving example of the major types of subordinate clause: complement clause, relative clause, and adverbial clause. Jadi, kalimat kompleks terdiri dari klausa utama dan satu atau lebih klausa lain yang berada di bawahnya. Artinya, satu klausa utama, unggul dalam kalimat kompleks dan klausa lainnya. Klausa bawahan tunduk pada batasan tertentu. Seperti yang akan ditunjukkan nanti, kita mulai dengan memberikan contoh jenis utama klausa bawahan, klausa pelengkap, klausa relatif, dan klausa adverbial. Jadi, complex sentence itu terdiri dari dua jenis, yaitu ada one independent atau main clause and one or more than one dependent atau subordinate clause. Jadi, one dependent atau main clause ini artinya satu induk kalimat saja. Sedangkan one or more than one dependent atau subordinate clause itu adalah anak kalimat induknya. Boleh hanya satu atau anaknya itu boleh lebih dari satu. Complement clause. A complement clause is a clause that complements or completes the meaning of a noun, adjective, or verb. Jadi, klausa pelengkap adalah klausa yang melengkapi atau melengkapi arti kata benda, kata sifat, atau kata kerja. For example, complement clause are given in 3AB. Klausa pelengkap diberikan 3A dan B. A. Elizabeth regretted that she had met Wickham. Elizabeth menyesal telah bertemu Wickham. Jadi di sini complement clause-nya adalah that she had met Wickham. B. Catherine feared that the abbey was haunted. Catherine takut biara itu berhantu. Jadi, complement clause di sini adalah that the abbey was haunted. These clauses were traditionally called noun clause because they occur in slot in the main clause that can be occupied by a ordinary noun praise. Elizabeth regretted her actions and Catherine feared the general temper. Klausa-klausa ini secara tradisional disebut klausa kata benda karena muncul di celah-celah di klausa utama yang dapat ditempati oleh frasa kata benda. The complement clause in 3 occur to the right of the verb in the main clause, but complement clause also occur to the left or verb, as in for. Klausa pelengkap di 3 terjadi pada hak kata kerja dalam klausa utama, namun klausa pelengkap juga terjadi pada kiri verba. Seperti contoh for, that Anne was in conversation with Mr. Elliot dismayed Captain Wentworth. Jadi, bahwa Anne sedang bercakap-cakap dengan Mr. Elliot mencemari Kapten Wentworth. Nah, complement clause di sini adalah that Anne was in conversation with Mr. Elliot dismayed. There is one more property of complement clause to be mentioned here. They can modify a noun as in vibe. Jadi ada satu lagi properti untuk melakukan klausa pelengkap yang akan disebutkan di sini. Mereka bisa memodifikasi kata benda seperti contoh 5. Fanny was delighted by the idea that she could subscribe to a library. Fanny sangat senang dengan gagasan bahwa dia bisa berlangganan perpustakaan. The Queen's Fanny was delighted by the idea is a complete clause. Fanny sangat senang dengan gagasan tersebut adalah klausa yang lengkap. Other example of noun complement clause are given in 6, that the committee be obliged and that we could visit Glasgow today. Contoh lain, klausa pelengkap kata kunci bahwa panitia dihapuskan dan bahwa kita akan mengunjungi Glasgow hari ini. Example A, who took up the proposal that the committee be abolished. Siapa yang mengira usulan bahwa komite dihapuskan? And last example, there was a plan that we would visit Glasgow today, but the weather is terrible. Ada rencana yang akan kita kunjungi Glasgow hari ini, tapi cuacanya mengerikan. Nah, kata kunci di sini di bagian A itu that the committee be abolished. And B itu kata kuncinya ada di that we would visit Glasgow today. Okay, next will be explained by my friends Muhammad Azari. So much from me, thank you.
I will continue our material. Relative clause. Relative clause modify nouns. In older definition, relative clause are called adjective clause, reflecting the fact that adjective also modify nouns. Of course, in English they do not occur in the same position as adjective, since adjectives typically precede the nouns in a noun pairs, while relative clause follow it. Klausa relatif memodifikasi kata benda dalam deskripsi yang lama. Klausa relatif disebut juga klausa kata sifat, yang mencerminkan fakta bahwa kata sifat juga memodifikasi kata benda. Tentu saja dalam bahasa Inggris, mereka tidak muncul dalam posisi yang sama dengan kata sifat. Karena kata sifat biasanya mendahului kata benda dalam frase kata benda, sementara klausa relatif mengikutinya. Example of relative clause are A. The frontage which Mr. Duck would accept was rather small. B. The gentleman who saved Marin was Wildow. C. The book which Marin was reading contained poem by Cowper. D. The building that was light is in Thornton Lacey. Jadi, relative clause di sini adalah kata which, who, and that. Adverbial clause. The name adverbial suggests that adverbial clause modify verb, but they modify whole clause, as shown by the example. A reason. Because Marion loved Wildow, she refused to believe that he had deserted her. B. Time. When Fanny returned, she found Tom Bertram very ill. C. Concession. Although Mr. D.R.C. disliked Mr. Bennet, he married Elizabeth. D. Manner. Henry changed his plan as the mood took him. And last is condition. If Emma had left Hatfield, Mr. Woodhouse would have been unhappy. Jadi adverbial di sini meliputi beberapa hal, yaitu reason, time, concession, manner, and condition. Complementaries and subordinating conjunction. One important point remains to be made about subordinate clause in English. Most of the subordinate clause you will come across in right text are introduced by a special word. Jadi, satu poin penting masih harus dibuat tentang clause complementaries. Dalam teks tertulis diperkenalkan dengan kata spesial atau kata khusus. In the complement clause are introduced by that. In the relative clause are introduced by which, who, and that, and each type of adverbial clause has its particular initial word, although, because, as, when, and if. Dalam klausa perlengkapan atau complement clause diperkenalkan oleh that. Dalam klausa relatif diperkenalkan oleh which, who, and that. Dan di adverbial clause memiliki kata awalnya yang tertentu, although, because, as, when, and if. Recognizing clause. There are reliable rules of thumb for recognizing the different type of clause. Some of the rules have to do with constituent structure or the complementaries, but most of them exploit the concept of modification. Jadi ada aturan praktis yang dapat diandalkan untuk mengenali berbagai jenis klausa. Beberapa aturan ada hubungannya dengan struktur penyusunan atau pelengkap, atau struktur complementaries. Tetapi kebanyakan dari mereka mengeksploitasi konsep modifikasi. Seperti contoh, A. Does it modify another clause? If it does, it is an adverbial clause. For example, in 10, the clause in italic modifies the entry clause in Roman type. In establish, a time for entire situation of leaving the furniture behind and is an adverbial clause of time. When we sell the house, we'll probably leave most of the furniture. Jadi klausa yang dicetak miring mengubah seluruh klausa dalam tipe Roman. Ini menerapkan waktu untuk seluruh situasi meninggalkan perabotan dan merupakan klausa adverbial waktu. B. Does it modify a verb? If it does, it is a verb complement clause. For example, in 11, the clause in italic modifies the verb reported. In this, the clause A, motorist has report, is incomplete without the complement clause. A motorist has report that the road is blocked by snow at Salta Hills. Big note, verb complement clause function as a subject or object of a clause. C. Does it modify a noun? If it does, it could be a relative clause or a complement clause. Ci or C1 is the subordinate clause included by a W and H, would such as who, which, where, or by a prepositional pair such as in which. If it is a relative clause. For example, in 12 and 13. The clause in italic are relative clause. 12. The locked door at the food which we left on the kitchen table. 13. Show me the folder in which you store the document. C2. Complement clause. If it's a relative clause, that can be replaced by which and so on. As in 14. For example, 14. Relative clause. I like the book that you gave me. B. I like the book which you gave me. And dari dua kata ini menggunakan kata that and which. Itulah mengapa dia disebut relative clause. Dan juga if it is a complement clause that cannot be replaced by a W and H, would, as shown by 15. For example, 15 complement clause. A. We like the idea that the city center will be better terms. B. We like the idea with the city center will be better trained. In the question, why she bother phoning? The reason why they refused and the problem were to leave our furniture, the noun question, reason, and problem are followed by W and H clause. But these clauses are complements verb. And then final comment. In the above example, the relative and complement clause are introduced by that, who, and which. Relative and complement clause often follow their head, noun, or verb directly without a complementary, as in 16. Dalam contoh di atas, klausa relatif dan klausa complement diperkenalkan oleh that, who, and which. Klausa relatif dan klausa complement sering mengikuti kata head, noun, or verb directly tanpa complementary. For example, 16a, I love that. I love the food they cook in the hall of residence. B. A motorist has reported the road is blocked at Sota Hills. C. I am delighted at the idea they might Sota Hills. C. I am delighted at the idea they might demolish the Apple Tower. The, the lack of complementary doesn't affect the rules of thumb. Example 16a contains a relative clause they cook in the halls of resident modifying food. 16b contains a verb complement clause the root is broke at Sota Hills, which modify revolve, and 16c contains a complement clause that they might demonstrate that the Appleton Tower modifying the noun's idea. And the last is summary. Three major types of subordinate clause are recognized: complement clause, relative clause, and adverbial clause. Complement clause modify either verb or nouns, can function as subject or object in a clause, and have as their complementary that or zero. Relative clause modify nouns and have as their relative clause differ further from complement clause in that, without a WH complementary, they lack a subject or object. This also applies to relative clause introduced by that or zero. An adverbial clause modify other clause. Rule of thumb based largely on modification help to pick out the different types of clause. I think that's all of me. Thank you for your attention. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.